Lil Uzi Vert, Tasmania Show.
Tasmania Show.
Tasmania Show.
Tasmania Show.
Tasmanian show.
Tasmanian show.
Tasmanian show.
You already know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Wagwan gang, back in this thing, and if you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You tune into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies, and today we talking about Boosie Badass, baby. We talking about Boosie Badass, man. Super funny personality all the time on the internet today. The internet streets, because we got the streets and then we got the internet streets, the I streets. They're saying that Gucci Mane is a snitch, that he's moving the goalposts, and it's crazy because, you know, being a street nigga, having different things to say. It's this whole situation about some case where he had a gun charge and he said he paid $600,000 to get pardoned and all this other different type of stuff. But before we even get into the tweets and everything like that, this is Boosie basically defending the fact that it's a contract. Now, somebody would say Pooh Shiesty in the Gucci Mane situation was a contract, but in the street shit. But apparently, this was a contract. It wasn't no street shit. So which one is it? We're going to walk through this and figure this out together. So let's take a look at what Boosie has to say about his alleged snitching allegations on the people that took his bread.
Who think suing somebody, taking somebody to court because they didn't abide by a contract and snitching? You never had a business. You just, anybody with a mindset like that, either you just ignorant or you just looking for clicks or you just a Boosie hater. They got a lot of motherfucking Boosie haters, but if you think, if you sue somebody for not abiding by a contract, that's snitching, you lost. You're lost. If I get paid to do a concert and I don't show up, I'm gonna get sued, bro. Somebody sell you a car and you don't get the car, you're gonna get sued, bro. This shit is business. If somebody forged your name, you're gonna get sued, bro. Y'all fucked up in the head, bro. Like, y'all are ignorant, bro. Like, I sue 13, 14 people a year. Like, it's business, bro. Like, this is not no Gucci Mane shit. Y'all mad about that. This ain't that. That's gangster shit. That's strap. That's gangster shit. This is nothing like that. Nothing like that.
I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot just in that clip. He just ended and said, I sue 9 to 10 people a year. I don't know if that's a flex or not. That's not what this is about. But one thing I forgot, let's not disregard this. Young Blue, really, really, really dope artist. Shout out to Gogo Morrow. She's got a dope song with him. But Young Blue, I forgot that he was with Boosie. I don't know what that situation is about, but that's a prime example. Let's not move the goalposts. So he had Young Blue, and that's a situation. And what Boosie just says, you tried to steal my artist for $3.5 million or whatever. How is that any different from Gucci Mane and the situation with Pooh Shiesty? It's like somebody comes in and the label takes your artist and they do whatever and they're figuring out how to get money, but you got these street niggas in these corporate positions. You know what I'm saying? Think back to the Def Jam, the eras when Ludacris had DTP or Jay-Z had Rockefeller, the imprints that came with it. But it's like, are y'all really handling your business? Because he mentioned that, like, okay, we're bringing up Blue, but what's the difference with the Pooh Shiesty situation? Because apparently, according to the Shiesty situation, is that it was about the contract and holding up the terms of the contract. But you got clips of Boosie basically saying Gucci Mane wasn't supposed to do that. He was supposed to be talking about it's a skit. But according to Big 30 and everybody else, it's a contract. So we got to see what's going on. But let's take a listen to this clip and see what Boosie's talking about in regards to the Gucci and the Pooh Shiesty situation.
He should not identify them for shit. You know what he should have said? When they came in this bitch? We doing this shit for his album. This is all a social media skit. We already took out the blogs to post this shit. We doing this shit for his album. We doing this shit for his album. And if you fuck with my artist, I'ma sue y'all. If you arrest my artist, I'ma sue y'all. Gucci know what the fuck he did. Everybody trying to sugarcoat for this nigga. He know exactly what the fuck it. And with the feds, you don't need it. And what pissed me off even more. He made a video saying, ain't none of y'all got more money than me. Back to the fucking money over principles and morals.
Everybody got something to say about what street was not street and what to do with money and not money. So just going off that clip alone, he's like, yo, you should have said it was a skit. You ain't supposed to tell on no street shit. But if Pooh Shiesty was coming to handle the contract and it didn't work, then it became street. Which one is it? Because didn't Gucci go through the situation with Young Blue? Let's say that the situation didn't work in your favor. Let's say Young Blue was trying to get out, God forbid, his contract with Lil Boosie. And then he couldn't amicably get it resolved, so he pulled out the guns. Are we saying that we need to do that? No. But which one is it? Because it's like, damn, like you got so much smoke about him about that, but how do we can't move the goalposts or move the lines when it's certain people. So when it's Gucci and it's Shiesty, it was street shit. But when it was Young Blue and Boosie, it wasn't. Like, and like I said, I fuck with Boosie. I'm just trying to understand, the difference. But to go even further, so there was this tweet that Boosie had put up that got everything started. And in the tweet, Boosie Badass, he said, Laura Loomer, I guess he's doing a attendance call, Laura Loomer, Laura Loomer, Mike, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Jack, Erica, Mike, Nancy, and Andy, right? I'm just going to go through that. Can the names above please make a truthful statement about having contract RNC contact with Berkman and Hole about my pardon process? $600K was taken from me with your names mentioned in emails by these people. Thanks. Now, that, I'm not going to lie. In school, like, I didn't really care for history. I don't know why I didn't in school. I like math. That was really my thing in English. But government was something that we took in high school. And I really feel, and I couldn't stand it. But it's just like now you hear certain things and it's just the illiteracy of it. I don't know anything about it, but I know you can't pay for a pardon without me even just chat GPTing. Just the tweet that he thought, like, you thought you could get away with your rich money and do this shit? So he put that tweet out. And then Laura Loomer, she got got tagged in it and says, I don't get involved in this type of work. First and foremost, I don't know what Laura is talking about when she says this type of work. But she says, I don't get involved in this type of work and have no idea what you're talking about. No offense, but I also have no idea who you are and have never heard of your case. Yeah, you got humbled real quick. Okay. And hold on one second. My bad, y'all. I haven't heard about your case. Seems like Berkman is using people's name without permission to get business. That's also not how the pardon process works. You can't pay for a pardon. Not sure who told you that's how that works. I don't know what Boosie got going on his team, but the fact that there can't be a team. Because if there was a team, that email, that tweet, I mean, you can't stop anybody from tweeting, but asking, hey, can you explain how the pardon works? Can you look it up? Because he thinking that he paid $600,000 and that his pardon he's like, I don't know what the fuck, but from the Kodak Blacks, the NBA Young Boys, the Boosies, all types of stuff, the Nicki, like, it's a lot going on in politics as usual. You know what I'm saying? That's what Jay-Z said, but we're going to get back into a clip of Boosie. I don't know if he's defending it or just basically explaining to the internet just like that it's not street, like just moving the goalpost. So let's check out this clip of Boosie now.
Do you know they got ignorant ass in my DM talking about I broke the code? Talking about I got down on the white people. This ain't no gangster shit. Ain't nobody pulling no straps on me. This is a contract. If you don't abide by the contract, you get sued. That's business. That's how this shit go. Y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. It's just like a record contract. If you sign a contract and if you don't abide by that contract, you get sued. Y'all think I'm too gangster to sue motherfucker. Man, y'all some ignorant motherfuckers, dog. Nigga, you don't buy by that contract, your ass get sued.
You know what gets me is when he says it was a contract. Ain't no guns came out. So my question is this. When he went on that rant and he was talking about Gucci, why didn't you advise Pooh Shiesty to sue Gucci? Now, if Pooh Shiesty would have sued Gucci, no different than Gunna taking a plea or Young Thug, it's like 6ix9ine moving the goalposts. So if Pooh Shiesty would have taken the plea with Gucci, would that have been some street shit? Which one? What? Because which one is it? Because then you double back and say, I'm not too gangster to sue anybody. So what are we saying now? So should Pooh Shiesty have sued Gucci Mane, and would that have worked? Like, I don't know. But he talked about everybody else being ignorant. I don't know, Boosie. It's kind of looking a little crazy. But we're going to get into this last clip of Boosie basically just talking about, like, defending that what he's doing is not the same. But it looked the same to me.
Now y'all talking about I told on my brother Blue and Empire. Motherfucker, if a motherfucker forged your name and take you for $3 to $5 million, motherfucking label take your artist and knowing that was your artist, you sue them. It's business, bro. If you don't understand that, it's either two things. You rode the short bus, or you just a Boosie hater, and they got them out there. Same thing with the party. The motherfucker signed a contract, and you send somebody some money, and they don't abide by that contract, by that deadline, you sue them. If you don't understand that, you either short bus, are you a Boosie hater? Like, you just... I know I'm the realest nigga in the world. I know. But...
Sorry, you dropped this.
Thank you, bro. Shit. Thank you, bro.
Hey,
Huh, bro?
I just wanted to take a picture with you real quick. But yeah,
Get $20 out of there, bro.
No, you're good. You're good. The kid want to take a picture with you.
Yeah, I'll take a picture with him. Come on.
I told you.
But if you don't understand that, like, you tripping, bro. Like, this shit business, bro.
Get in there.
I see 9...
Just that this ain't gangster shit. It's like, how can you say that? Because Pooh Shiesty was signed to Gucci Mane. It's almost like he's basically just saying because they're both street niggas that there was no contract. That's not how that shit go. So I don't get why, like, Boosie can't see why the internet is coming at him like this about this. Because it's like, okay, I get it. Like, he's like coming down like on, I get what I think Boosie's perspective from what I'm getting at is he's like, yo, I'm coming at these white people like we had a contract for a pardon that's really not a real thing, which is all of it makes Boosie look a little crazy in my personal opinion. You don't have anybody in your corner that really is advising you. You gave up $600K for a pardon. Who let you get that? Like, you could have chat GPT'd that and figured that out. So the fact that we're even having this conversation just kind of lets me know like who's in Boosie's corner because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's not how that works. You got to hire somebody, not a yes man. And sometimes people end up firing yes men and different people that can't correct them. Encourage your people to correct you and check you. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can get checked. Like, everybody needs to be able to have somebody to do that. And in this space, it's like the way that he's talking about it is like, yo, like, I pray that there's somebody that can just educate him on that. I see why the internet is trying to say he's moving the goalposts. I don't get the whole Pooh Shiesty Gucci situation as far as like the straps and that. I think that if you're going to say that, then you should have advised Pooh Shiesty to sue Gucci. If that's the case, on a contract level, y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you feel like it would have been better for him to say, yo, that ain't no street shit, go sue him? If Pooh Shiesty would have came to him before he did it, yo, you think I should sue him? What you would have told him? What you would have told him? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You're tuning into the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. Let's grow. Tikoon running up the score, Tazzy's Baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter, fuck her like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tikoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon, damn, all your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.